A return to the world of.
Hello, viewers of Sounding Board, and tonight we're going to talk about Season 3 Discovery Star Trek. Why do I do it this way? I acknowledge that it's a Season 3 and it is Discovery, but it's not quite Star Trek. That's why I put Star Trek at the end when the correct term is Star Trek Discovery Season 3. Because this show basically is, like Batwoman, a very hateful show about men, white men, and stuff, and believes in, it's wrote by feminists and maybe feminist allies saying that women can take the future and make it better. Because every race in the show, starting from season 1, which is kind of marginalized because all we see is the Klingons, but the Klingon Empire is ruled by a woman. The Mirror Universe is ruled by a woman. We get to season 2. We don't really see too many races there. It's just basically kind of a J.J. Abrams one-up thing. More of a rip-off of anime. But at least we have a strong male white character, Christopher Pike. And it's like, so you kind of don't notice the overtones so much other than the fact it's wrote bad. And it makes no sense. And Michael from season 1 and season 2 are literally two different characters. Because Michael in season 1 is very Vulcan. Season 2, she's crying and sensitive and stuff like that, and still doing everything strong and masculine that a male would do. And so you're just sitting there going, don't we have enough of this crap? This should have been six episodes, not 10 or 11, whatever it is that Paramount paid for. Which you're going, why? Michael should be captain and run the ship into the ground, because that's all she does. She doesn't follow orders. She doesn't use logic. She really has no reason, and everything she does is emotional, like she's on her period 24/7, not in an angry way. And then we get to season 3 where she bounces into the future first, a year before the ship lands. And so the first people they see are males. Both the Discovery and Michael. The Andorian and the Orion both are males. And they're not nice people. The first people that Discovery discovers is a group of aliens, miners, that are scared of what? White males, slavers, and pirates. And so, who does Saru take with him to go trade? The redheaded heavyset chick, who's there basically for fat positivity. She was a fun character, but she's a character that they've been pushing to the front more and more. I think more to her girth than to her talent or her likability on the screen, because she's a total fuck up. Let's just come out and say, as a female character, she's a total fuck up. She loses the ship when she's in command. He makes her second in command due to the fact that he can trust her to follow Federation doctrine. There are better characters than her and more experience with Federation protocol to be put as temporary second in command. And plus, with an Admiral, which is played by Odo Frere, um, who should have assigned him a second in command, because his first choice for second in command was a total clusterfuck of mistakes. And so he shouldn't have after Michael really fucked up there, he should have chose someone. The Admiral should have assigned someone from their time period. More and the thing is, problem is, it'd probably be like every planet they went to. Earth, all we see is a black female in charge. They go to Vulcan, we see a female in charge. We go to Trill, a black female. We find out that the Emerald Empire is run by basically the Wicked Witch of the West. And so the only bastion of male, and it turns out he's heterosexual so far as we can tell, is the Federation. You think they would have people to help amalgamate Discovery's crew and ship into our time, people from their time aboard the ship as well, because when you look at it, all of a sudden, okay, Discovery proved it couldn't beat Captain Kirk, the classic, but because J.J. Abrams show movies, which Alex Kurtzman wrote to help write the first two, was a low bar to meet and pass. It was easier for Discovery to show it was better than Enterprise, the starship. And so when they go to the future, they upgrade Discovery, and now they want to dismantle and take the throne away from Captain Picard by putting him in a Federation ship of Kirk's era and put the technology that's above and beyond the next generation. I kind of feel for heel versus babyface, because he watches the show every week when the new episodes are on, just to tell you a review about it, just to criticize it or comment on all the mistakes and fuck ups they do in continuity and characters. And basically the show isn't designed to be watched in single episodes. It's designed to be watched for binge watching, multi-watching, where you sit there and you watch the entire show in 2 or 3 days. It plays better. A lot of the characters are a lot more tolerable. All their mistakes are a little bit more hidden. But it's like reading a modern day comic book. It's palatable as a graphic novel now. And that's how they've been writing a lot of comics lately as well. They don't want the single day market. They want the people who sit there and will watch the entire thing in 2 or 3 days. But I could say the highlight of the show is Black Han Solo, but even he's kind of a weak character, because he's in a Dash Rendar-esque multi-morphing ship, but he's always there to say, Michael, you're better than I am. And he could be a badass character, because he's dressed like Blade, and he's a guy who takes endangered animals from one planet to some safety habitats. But they don't care that he does that. That this is kind of a masculine thing, and he's a runner like Han Solo, kind of a merc. But they don't care. They also don't care that he's a tougher. He should be a tougher character than Michael because he's lived in this timeline and he understands the toughness of it. Michael's only been there a year and amalgamated within a year's time, and all of a sudden she's the greatest character of that timeline. And the funny part is they forget about the first Federation station during the duration of the show. It's not until the last episode when we see that character again. Yeah, this clip jumps all over the place like that, and I haven't even talked about the disappearance of Michelle Yeoh's character. As you can see, I don't really care about most of the characters because they're unlikable. Tilly, that's what the fat girl's name is. And the entire bridge crew, it's like they're all women, and there's 2 males, and the one heterosexual. I don't think he's heterosexual now, the way he was acting with the Kelpian at the end of the series, but the one male white character is the equivalent of Geordie LaForge and Worf, and how Geordie LeVar Burton put it, that all the black people have disfigurements, while all the white people have disfigurements now. And the black and the Asian are just scenery. And they're males, and they're designated to being scenery. They're the action figures that get captured, raped. The women have to rescue them. If they actually made Discovery figures, and they've only made 2, which is good. They made Michael with the huge hair and Saru, and that was all for the most part by Mego, and I think they made Michael by McFarlane Toys, and that's it. And then it's like after that they went all of a sudden full force into making Next Generation, because Discovery makes you feel you need to watch Next Generation after you watch it to clean your palate and remember what was good about Star Trek. Because after all, the TV show is basically a 12 to 10 episode thing that is there to show J.J. Abrams, look, I at least get to run Star Trek. You are ran off the ranch of Star Wars and Star Trek. Then now you've got to go and turn Superman black for attention. I've just turned the entire crew racist, and I've gotten 3 seasons out of it. Maybe you should come back to TV. It's hard to say, because all these guys don't care about fans, don't care about canon, don't care about legacy, and really don't care about why we really liked Next Generation. What kind of interplay went on in DS9 with the characters? I could say it's kind of hard to say something nice about Voyager, because Voyager is one of those shows that had so many problems but had ratings. And then there was that boring show called Enterprise XC something, and I didn't even like that, so I'm not even going to talk about that one. All I gotta say is Archer killed the Star Trek franchise. But until next time, this is the Sounding Board, signing off.